Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's Quickfire Quiz. I am Mr. Chapman, the Quiz Wizard. Welcome back to those of you who have taken part in one of my quizzes before, and welcome to those of you whose first time it is today. There are lots of Quickfire quizzes now on this channel, so please feel free to go and check out some of the others. You will need something to write your answers down with today. Hopefully you have that to hand. So let's see what our quiz has in store for us today. Question 1. In Finding Nemo, what type of animal is Crush? In Finding Nemo, what type of animal is Crush? Some really good characters in this film. Nemo here in orange is a clownfish, but what animal is Crush? Question 2 is a maths question. Can you find the rule in this sequence? 5, 8, 11, blank, 17. Can you find the rule in this sequence? 5, 8, 11, blank, 17. And if you can work out the rule, what is the missing number? If you're not sure, I'll show you a way to solve this later on. Okay, question 3. Adverbs. Find the adverb or adverbs in the following sentence. The team played poorly because lots of the players were injured. The team played poorly because lots of the players were injured. Find the adverb or adverbs in that sentence. Try and think about the job of an adverb. What is its role in a sentence? Question 4. This guy is a huge global sport superstar, but what is his name? So what is the name of this sport superstar? One of the greatest tennis players of all time. You may have seen him at Wimbledon. What's his name? Question 5. Halfway point of the quiz today. Look at the word in the picture. True. What's the antonym of that word? Look at the word in the picture. True. What is the antonym of that word? If you're not sure what an antonym is, you will do by the end of the quiz. Have a guess, if not. Question 6, science. Which part of a plant transports water from its roots to the rest of the plant? Which part of a plant transports water from its roots to the rest of the plant? Question 7. What is the largest continent in the world? What is the largest continent in the world? There are 7 continents, but which one is the largest? Could this world map help you? Can you name the continents? Did you go and have a look at some different continent songs? Question 8. In the story Matilda, what is Matilda's surname? In the story Matilda, what is Matilda's surname or last name? Very famous book again. The stage show of Matilda is fantastic as well, if you ever get the chance to go and see it. Question 9, history. This guy here is called Alexander Graham Bell. You may have heard of the name, but what is Alexander Graham Bell famous for inventing? Most famous for inventing? He's a Victorian inventor, 19th century. What is he famous for inventing? Something that lots of us may use now. And the last question in the quiz today, question 10. It costs 70p for 1 apple. How much would 6 apples cost? It costs 70 pence for 1 apple. So how much would 6 apples cost? Think about a method you could use. We're thinking of lots of, aren't we? Lots of groups of apples here. There's not just one, there's 6. So how could we solve that? Okay, that's the end of the quiz today. Before I go through the answers, let's have a look at our bonus round today. We looked at prepositions in a previous quiz, and they are words that tell you where something is located. So you've got 30 seconds to call out as many examples of prepositions as you can possibly think of. The one we used in the previous quiz was beneath. It tells you where something is. Are you ready? Write them down, shout them out. 3, 2, 1, go. That's 10 seconds gone. Twenty seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, there are lots of examples. Let's see if you've got any of the same that are on my list. You may have some different ones, but let's have a look. On, in, over, under, far, near, up, down, past, among, next to, in front of, behind, between, around, through. We've had beneath. You're probably shouting some other ones out at me right now. But they are some examples. Well done. So the answers for today: Finding Nemo. Crush is a sea turtle. A sea turtle. Question 2. So we're trying to find the rule in this sequence. A way to do it is to see what the difference is in between each number. So if we started on 5, count up to 8, 6, 7, 8. So we're adding 3. Is that the same for the next number? 8 to 11, 9, 10, 11. Yes, it is. So if we counted on from 11, 12, 13, 14, does it fit? Yes, it does. And if it's correct, then if we added 3 to 14, we should get to 17, 15, 16, 17. So yeah, absolutely. The answer is, the rule is add 3 each time, counting on in 3s, or you could be counting back in 3s if you started from 17 and made your way the other way. Find the adverb or adverbs in the following sentence. The team played poorly because lots of the players were injured. This is an adverb telling us how the team played. Okay, so it's describing the verb played. They played poorly. There are different types of adverbs. How adverbs, where, when, how much, and how often. So how adverbs quite often end in ly. Question 4. The name of this sports superstar from tennis is Roger Federer. Roger Federer. Well done if you got that. Question 5. Look at the word in the picture. What is the antonym of that word? The word in the picture was true. An antonym is a word that means the opposite. You've got synonyms, which mean the same. Antonym means opposite. So others could be big, small, begin, finish, but the antonym of true is false. Why don't you try and see if you can think of any more? Question 6. Which part of the plant transports water from its roots to the rest of the plant? So it's the stem. The stem's job is also to keep the plant strong and stable. But rain or water falls onto the ground and the roots start to absorb the water, and that water gets sent through the plant in tubes that are in the stem. Okay. If you're not sure about that, what you could do today is you could research different parts of plants and their jobs and create your own diagram. Question 7. The largest continent in the world is Asia. Asia. Well done if you got that. North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australasia, Antarctica. Question 8. Matilda's last name is Wormwood. If you haven't read it, the story is about a young girl who is exceptionally clever. But sadly, unfortunately, Matilda grows up with parents who do not give her any attention. So you have to read it to find out what happens. Question 9. Alexander Graham Bell was famous for inventing the telephone. In 1876, the 19th century, in the Victorian era, he invented the first phone. He also invented many other things, which I'm not going to tell you what they are. Why don't you go away and find out yourselves a little bit about Alexander Graham Bell and the things that he invented. And question 10. It cost 70p for 1 apple. How much would 6 apples cost? So you could do repeated addition. 70p, add 70p, add 70p, add 70p, add 70p, add 70p. But you're probably best off doing groups of, so a multiplication. So 70 times 6. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 7, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. So we'd write 42 in here, but it's not 70, it's 0.7 because it's 70p. So we need to remember our decimal place. So the answer would be £4.20. Really well done if you got that one at home. 6 and 7's times tables can be quite tricky. If you didn't, why not just make some up of your own questions? Just change the numbers. It costs 50p for 1 apple. How much would it cost for 4 apples? Okay. So, well done. That's the end of the quiz. How did you get on? I would really like to know. So, what you could do, come back tomorrow and try and beat your score. I'd like to know how you got on. If you're allowed to, give me a tweet at @the_quiz_wizard. If you've done any pieces of work that you'd like to show me as well, any artwork or anything based on the quiz, that would be great as well. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, check with mum, dad, nan, granddad, carer at home before you do so, but that will tell you when any of my quizzes come live. So, I hope you enjoyed the quiz today. Quite a challenging one today, but hopefully we'll see you back here tomorrow. Go and check out some of the other quizzes. Last thing for me to say is, you've guessed it, class dismissed. See you soon.